about our Father's business. Crime mode, filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene episode about our Father's business.
Yo, we is back.
It's the sports show. Throw the oop.
Nah. We is back. Not the same podcast show.
Yes, sir.
Episode 98. 98, man. We is back 98. Let me adjust my
Tart cherry juice does wonders for the inflammation.
Hey man. Hey. You ain't gotta read every comment, brother. Don't read.
No, I know that.
Anyway, we is
though.
back. It's all right. We is back. He being funny. Non-requested advice for the day. Okay,
see, I wasn't tripping, bro. I wasn't over here reading some spam. I saw my brother had something to say, and I was just trying to see about the tart berry juice.
What is happening?
Don't worry about me.
Already,
bro.
what is happening? Just for this whole show, what is y'all doing? What is we doing?
What up, D?
How you doing, D? Appreciate you sliding through again, man. This is the Not the Same Podcast Show, episode 98, brother. We is 98.
Man. We almost there. 98 strong, brother. I'm trying to get it done here. Forgive me, y'all, for not looking at the camera. I'm trying to get my little setup here so we can share. Oh yeah, by the way.
What's up, Lil T? What's up, brother?
Lil T, we showed you some love last week too, brother. We mentioned you on the who was we talking to when we mentioned Lil T?
ST Allen?
Yeah, ST Allen. Okay. My bad, ST Allen.
What up,
It's
Hagens?
been a long week, brother. Hagens was good, little bruh. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready over here, man. Hey, look, for all of y'all, we're going to go ahead and start this. So welcome to the Not the Same Podcast, as my brother said, episode 98. I was in my one-word bag for a minute, but go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and share us in the many groups that we already know that y'all are part of. I don't care if the group ain't been active in 2 years. Go ahead and put a share in there, because I guarantee you somebody got a notification on there that we asking y'all to put the notification on for us. That's a lot to be said. What's good, my brother?
Boy, that brother went, you be listening to podcasts, you hit the double time speed. That boy went double time. How about you about to start rapping on this thing? Go ahead then. You heard Rod
What's
rapping.
good?
He twists a little bit sometimes. That brother twists every once in a while.
A little bit. Every once in a while, I can get a little something off my chest. What's going on? See, how you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm all right, man. I can't, as they say, I can't call it. I can call it. I'm good, man. I'm happy, man. With the joy of the Lord, man. So let's get into our show, man. Let's get into what's good.
What's good?
Robert Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homeboy, Larry Rogers say on the west side. You know what I'm saying? Some say it's the best side, but I mess with the Midwest. But be careful on the west side of St. Louis. If you is over there, tuck in your chain, man. Unless you got a girlfriend on your hip. And I ain't talking about a woman. My brother, what's good, man? How you doing?
Man, what's good for me, man? Praise God for healing, brother. It's been a rough 2 weeks. March 5th, the VIG slid through and paid your brother a visit. And then I got through that week. And then the VIG cousin bronchitis came through his sleep. Took my chest out. I'm trying to do this open challenge. And every time I get to spit in my verse, I lose after 2 bars. I don't even take inhalers. I'm asking my son, yo, brother, can I get a couple puffs? You got about 200 left.
Lord have mercy.
Anyway, that's what's good for me. I'm praising God. I'm gonna get Deepa Castle for catching this healing. You know what I'm saying? By his stripes, I'm healed. But
absolutely,
no, I'm almost at 100%, man. I think I'm about 95% uploaded, and I'm ready to go. What's good with you, see?
What's good with me, man, is also staying healed. I don't know what I've been dealing with for like a week, but I've had the vid before.
I ain't been around you, brother.
In a way, I didn't say that. I had it before, and what I've been dealing with, it has not been like that, but it's just been some type of little virus thing. But I've been keeping it moving, and I feeling a little bit better today, man. But boy, them guts was hurting yesterday, brother. I was fighting through the show. I said, Jesus, just let me hold on through this show. Help me, Lord, to hold on through this show. Just 10 more minutes, Lord. Hard out here, man. Keep it real, brother.
Ain't lying, brother. Hey, look.
We ain't playing with y'all.
It's a good thing we wasn't joking a lot yesterday, bro.
We always joking, brother, but
right.
Little couple of laid hands and a little bit of some liquid help me out. I just say that, you know what I mean? Help me out, help stuff. What they call? I'm just getting goofy in the joke. It's just a stiff annoying.
What? This is a family show, my God.
I wasn't talking about that. That's not what I meant.
Okay. I'm back.
What I meant.
I'm back. I'm the ratchet one of the bunch. My mind went straight there, brother. I didn't know what we was talking about. You are married.
What I was saying. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn got it. He said got the bubble gut. He got it. That's what I was talking about. I was not talking about the anyway. All right, man, let's get to the show. Y'all both just need 10 minutes real quick. I know, dog. I know. It's all because your brother, man. We was straight before the show, and then once we went live, it just went live, dog.
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Yeah. It's my Friday. I just came off a 8-day stretch, working Thursday to Thursday, going in that mug at 2:30 in the morning. Hey, look, let me tell you something. It's my Friday. I'm feeling real good and delirious over this mug. I just want some sleep. I want to see that movie tonight. Back of the eyelids. I'm not gonna be fired. Let's get it.
That's what I heard. Let's get to the face segment, man. Let's dig into it. Fake segment tonight is home ownership still the American dream? Is home ownership still the American dream? My wife kind of works in this field. We have these conversations all the time. I said, man, this may be good to talk about on the show. So, Rob, I know my brother Rob is a home owner. Right now, I'm presently not a home owner. So we can have two very different perspectives. So I ask you first, brother, is home ownership still the American dream? Mr. Davis?
Yes, sir. I would say if you have a family, home ownership right now is the American dream. If you're like myself, you got a family, you got kids with a Z, you got a couple of grandbabies running around. Home ownership, in my opinion, yes, is still the American dream, in my opinion. Now, for a single person, may not be. Bro. What up, Marquise? For a single person, it may not be. It may be something totally different for somebody who's single. But for someone such as myself, home ownership is an American dream. It feels good to be able to pull into, my garage, and sit and
Plural. Don't flex on them now. You know what I'm saying? You got a few options of which garage door.
A little something. God has been good.
Bless the highly favored around here.
It's real good to be able to have that. The boys have their own room. Everybody has their own space. And I'm gonna be honest with you on the credit standpoint. We got the house 4 years ago. First owners. It was built. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, could I have obtained this with the way my credit score looked, with the way that just growing up, how that is always renting? No, I wouldn't have thought it was an American dream. I would have thought it was white America's dream, but it can be obtained regardless. Go ahead, C.
Yeah, for me, it actually is still the American dream, but I am hesitant. And this is why I would say I'm hesitant. I have owned a home before. I've been to it, and I've rented quite a few. Right now, where I'm renting is basically like a house. I got
facts.
Plenty of room, basement, everything. And it's great, and I'm very comfortable where I am. I'm not sure. I say I'm not sure because of this. Because we are in a day and time right now where a lot of the younger generation, I don't know what the level is below us, millennials, whatever, they want to have the freedom to move. You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm tripping like, hey, can say I'm about RV and just do that. I got you, brother.
Cap.
But I think probably if I did have children, I'd probably be more likely to have my own house. But even with that saying, where I'm staying is so much like a house, I'd probably be all right. But I guess the sense of this, I recently got to a point where I was able to be totally debt free, right? And the next thought was like, okay, we're totally debt free. Let's go on and try to get the money together, go and get a house, right? And then I started thinking about 30 years. And I was like, dog, 30 years, and nobody ever speaks about how a house note like a debt because it's portrayed so respectfully.
Respectfully,
right? Yeah. But then when you get through, it's like 30 years. I'm like, oh man, that's 30 years. But I can go to your house like, man, I like this, man. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I fight with it. You know what I'm saying? Because like actually achieving debt freedom, and it's like, okay, do I want to put another noose around my neck? Not noose, but another chain around my neck or ankles or arms and feet for 30 years, even though it may be something I really, really like and it's mine. And then also I have a landlord that'll fix this running pipe right now. But I'm gonna have to fix that thing or pay somebody to fix this thing. That's the other part.
It's I'll say this, it's tricky. It is different. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't buy, and again, this is not a flex. I praise God for it. As a matter of fact, I thank God for my sister Crystal Morris. You know what I mean? C-Micah, as we call it. Because she's the one that got us into the program. And it came full circle when we closed on the house, because after we closed, she actually called. She was the first to congratulate us. So for us to move into the house, it was big because, again, that was something I never saw as obtainable. I've always rented houses. I've always stayed in apartments. And they say you throwing money away. Yeah. A house is an investment. But it's an investment if you plan on selling it. If you plan on living in this joint, it's a different type of investment. So I could see both ways behind it. But I don't regret it, man. When things happen, because I have a newer build, I don't have a 30-year-old house. My house is 4 years old. Right. So it's different for me. I'm not looking at it from the standpoint of someone who has a 20-year-old house or a 40-year-old house. I don't have them type
problems going on with your house.
Right. And I pray that I never have those problems. So for me, the American dream, to reach it, to be able to pull up, or to even sit in the family room. You've been here before and watch the TV and like, yo, where I come from, I can't believe this. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I come from, like the way my house is set up, how I grew up, families would have been bidding for rooms for the basement. Like, how many families could have fit up in this joint? You know what I mean? So, and it's not knocking my fam. That's why we as close as we are. I just say, yeah, I do feel like that. What some of the people saying? See, I don't want to just keep rambling.
Even though being debt free, it may cost more renting. That's a true point. Yeah. Glen Murray said, I can't speak for you all in America. Glen Murray is in Canada. I can't speak for you all in America, but over here, the price of housing has gone through the roof, and home ownership has become more of a dream than reality. So the point of what my brother Marquise is saying, he out there on the West Coast, Northwest, is when he say, renting, it costs more renting. It does, right? In this sense, and I'm gonna be real technical, right?
Go ahead.
A lot of people say taxes wise, you're better in a house. That's what people would say, because you can write off your mortgage interest rate, right? The interest you put in your house as you paying it. Well, I'm gonna tell you what killed that for me, because I believe that. And last year when I got my taxes done, me and Rob, we actually go to the same place, because I told you about my guy. Right. My guy, the tax man. He's like, yeah, I thought that too. Then I got my house. And that hurt me, bro. When a tax man tell me, you feel what I'm saying? When a tax man look at me, yeah, I thought that too. Then I got my house. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Because my wife has always been on the point of, hey, we need to go get us a house. You know what I'm saying? Even all through our marriage, that's the way, hey, yo, you throwing your money away renting, because everybody say that. But then on the other end, I was like, man, I don't know. Let me see what Hagen said. I want to own my own home and have my family there with me. I don't know now, though. Maybe just something small, but it'll probably be a bachelor pad. I feel you, bro. Now, I will say this, though, because I know my wife, she's out to the gym. If she was on, she would really want to say this, is that having a house is also an investment. It can be, like, if you had your own house, a rental house or something, you can make money off that. And you can make it for your retirement, basically, because you own this property, you can sell this property. Even with your own house, if you get tired of staying where you stay at, Rob, you can move, you can downsize, flip your house, get you some money. It is an investment where you can come off that. I know this for a fact because, I had something like that happen with us recently. So, yes, I understand the value of actually owning a home. So, it's a touchy thing, man. I'm not sure, man. Like, go ahead,
you know what? If you young in your 20s, like I know some 20-year-olds who own their house, salute to them. They went through the same program that I went through. You know what I'm saying? And they got their family in the homes, but they have kids. But for the single ones right now, like lofts, But this is what I'm gonna say about owning my house, bro. Like my credit. Yeah, look, we got to talk about credit. If home ownership is still the American dream, your credit got to be right, because my interest rate, brother, low single digits. Like I'm chilling while this person is living. I'll take Hagen's, not picking on you, little bruh. I'll take Hagen's, where if you go get the bachelor pad and live in the loft, you paying more than I am for what I'm living in. You know what I'm saying? And mine, the house, you throwing that away because it's the loft, it's the scenery, it's the end thing. And here I am paying maybe $1,000 less than what you have. And the only thing, what I will tell you is my joint ain't small. You dig what I'm saying? So for you to go and get some open walls and see the ceiling, and you can see when the spider developed a web compared to what I have, then you can throw it away in the renting side. But if you're a bachelor, why would you tie yourself into it unless you're buying homes to, like you said, see, like you just recently did, to flip some stuff? It all depends on how you look at it.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because like I say, I'm not saying it's right or wrong to get a home. I mean, at the end of the day, you will always want your own place. You know, I just think going through a process recently, the other part that people never tell you about getting at home is like, yo, all these things that you had as a renter, you do not have no more. You dig what I'm saying? When something goes wrong, you pay for that. And most of the times when you were renting something, your landlord had a good deal with the fix-it man. So he was getting it for a knockoff price. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I don't know what they call it, a shade tree. You know, like they call it a shade tree mechanic. They got the shade tree house dude. You know, he may be he may have a little liquor on his breath or whatever, but hey, he could throw in a water heater like it ain't nothing.
With his eyes closed. You heard me?
You know what I'm saying? His eyes. But let's see what we talking about. I'm gonna go back to Glenn. First, Glenn say rent or pay on average of $850,000 home would be a pipe dream if I was trying to get to the house market today. Man, if it's $850 in Canada, bro, you might need to come down here with us, fam.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Another thing, Janelle said having the equity in the house can be a plus also, which is another investment part on having that equity. Yeah,
absolutely.
Facts.
My man Marquis said, I've never rented before. I bought a condo at 21. We just sold it last year, 17 years later, and sold it for more than double of what we paid. If we would have rented for 17 years, when you leave, you don't have anything from the money you're renting. I fully agree with that.
Hey, that boy over there like this.
Yes. I fully agree with that. I say the benefit, because I've owned and rented, right? The benefits of owning is what my brother Marquise just said. Like, if you own in a place where the property value around you does not deteriorate, but goes up, and you get out, you know, you're gonna come up in the end. And there's some other things you can get to, but I just
brother,
say that,
you just
like,
spoke.
There's some other things you can get to, but also even if your credit ain't supreme, your equity can be like your credit, because the bank gonna be like, oh, he got, you know, $50,000 of equity in this joint. Yeah, I lend to him. You know what I mean? Because if he don't do it, I'm coming to get that deed, that title. You know what I mean?
Right.
That title loan message hit a little different when it's to a house. You feel what I'm saying? But then I say the benefits of renting is this. The biggest benefit is that you're not tied down, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, you are losing money because you're not gaining nothing by sewing into this house or whatever, but you're not paying taxes. You're not paying. There's bigger differences, because tax rates, especially in St. Louis, man, you can stay
ridiculous.
You can stay where I stay, and tax rate can be one thing. And I'll put it like me and Rob stay in two good neighborhoods. My neighborhood, you would consider the tax rate gonna seem to be real high. Rob's neighborhood may seem to be a little bit lower. It can be totally reversed in St. Louis. And I ain't saying Rob stay in the hood. Or we'll just give the example. Me and Rob's neighborhood, the tax rate should seem to be high, but somebody in the hood can be getting like jumbo taxed, and they don't know how to fight. Like, it's some weird stuff in there. So
that's key. See, that's key. I was just going back to what you said about your investment and being an American dream. If you're thinking about buying a home, C said something that was so vital. Before I bought this house, I had a brother ask me. He said, "Have you looked around to see what the 5-year?" And this is just game. Have you looked around to see what the 5-year game plan for that neighborhood is? Because in 4 years, my equity jumped up over 100,000
right.
in less than 4 years.
Right.
Where you can go buy a house because you're trying to, well, it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you could buy it cheap. You may get your house for 85, but then when you go to sell it, it's only worth 70. Like, you gotta.
That's hustling backwards.
But you know what I'm saying? So,
Miss Mac, how you doing? I ain't seen
Miss
you
Mac, what's good with it? Good little minute. Congratulations on the promotion too, Miss Mac.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations, well deserved, well deserved. This is what I say if you're gonna buy a house, and for everybody, like, I'm gonna use Hagen's for a minute. Hey, Hagen's is a city, one word for life. That's my little brother. I love him to life, but he is a city, one word.
Yeah.
If he decides he wants to buy in the city, right now they're trying to take the city over in certain parts. This is what I'm gonna say about this. Certain parts, so they're gonna skyrocket it so you can't get in, so that the banks can come in and buy low, push you further out, and then sell high. But you got some pieces of the city that ain't never coming back. And you thinking you're getting the deal because it's 85 grand, and you didn't look that the houses that sold, the last 5 houses was vacant, sold for 50. And that's what they're going to try to assess your house at.
Yeah.
So do your research before you try to jump in that American dream. Go ahead, bro.
Hagen says the insurance companies definitely tax you depending on where you live. North City is super high. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, if
crime rate
I were
plays
to
a
get a
work part
house,
too.
if I were to get a house, I would advise this to Rob or anybody that got a house. Love it as much as you want. But you see that property value start dipping, you better dip set. Get on out. Listen, I had a worker that used to work with us, me and Rob, my homie, Mr. Rick. Mr. Rick used to stay, I forgot what that, not Jamestown, over there, Blackjack area. Had a house back in the day when it was real nice. It was a real nice area. And then all of a sudden it started dropping, right? He was smart. He got on out, got his money, and then that area went down. No offense to nobody staying Blackjack, but what I'm saying is if you have a property, man, like that's going to hurt my heart, bro. Like if I spend all this money, say you spent $250,000 on this house, in 3 years from now, your house is worth 100. Bro, you 150 in the hole. You feel what I'm saying? And like a lot of times.
And the bank don't care.
Look, and a lot of times when an area decreases in value, it don't pop back up a lot of times without them leveling the whole area and then like restarting. And like they just gonna buy you out for money, you know, what they call it, pennies to the dollar. So I think it's home ownership still the American dream. Yes, to wrap up this conversation. Should you buy a home? I would say yes. Because even if everything don't work out, even if you get in there and you feel like you can't handle it, you always, if you picked a decent area, you'll always have some type of equity in it where you can get a little money back. So, you know what I'm saying? D said my aunt stayed in Blackjack and did the same thing. It happened to a whole bunch of people.
I'm gonna speak on this, and we can move on. I think so on the west side of where my family is from, and when I moved down here from DC where we lived at, they built these homes. Yeah, houses was off the chain. They were selling these houses for about $200,000. I can take you down Kingland, Skinker, Jenner Station Road. It's all one road, one street. I promise you, it turned into 3 different streets.
Absolutely.
But when you go from Skinker to Kingland, before it hit Jenner Station Road, right before you get into Pine Line, if you look to the left, there are some houses that they were selling in Wellston for like $200,000 plus. Yeah, them folks lost all money. And now them houses have went down, the value is over, and the bank don't care. So please do your research before you say, hey, grandmama and them lived over here. Mama and them stayed over here. You might not have, break the family curse. Because back in the day, it was big. Right. Watch what you putting your money into, because that's a lot of money to be on the hook for when you're trying to resell it, and you got to take that L, bro. Like,
I will say this because my wife has worked in the mortgage business. They don't do this a lot no more, but if anybody tell you something about an adjustable rate mortgage, don't
touch it.
Look at me.
Don't touch it.
Look, do you see me? Do not do that. Do not do that. Trust me.
It is because 4 different streets. You so right. It is because of South of 40.
Yep. He ain't lying. Really ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
All right, man. So on that, man, we're gonna hold up and wait, man. But it was a good subject. But like I said before, hey, step out there, man. You want to get a house, man. And don't let me talking about you having to pay stuff and all that, man. You can buy plans to help you deal with that. When I had a house, I had American Home Shield. They used to help me That's back when
Oh,
American
for sure.
Home Shield was a good deal back in the day. You know, my
Right.
my monthly payment was like $35 back in the day. So, you know, now they hitting you for about $100 and $100 when they show up.
Nah, brother.
They trying to get me now. I feel you, JB.
I'm paying 50. I'm paying 50.
Yeah.
It's
You got the
$100
good
deductible, but I'm paying 50 for the platinum. You did?
Yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth it. If you kind
It is
of
worth
want to
it.
still have that renting feel where, you know, you don't want the stress of trying to figure out everything, it's a good thing. So, hey,
Yeah.
let me encourage you. Hey, you want to get a house, it's possible. And look, it's available for people of this skin tone. Don't let nobody talk you out of that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rob said something earlier about, you know, he's one of the few in his family. He never thought they would get that or whatever. These things are available to us as a people. I know everybody on here is not black that's watching, but for black people, never let nobody tell you you can't. You can.
Right.
You just got to figure out the how. You know
Right.
what I mean? Hear me again. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. You can. You just got to figure out the how. You got to do your research. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway.
Hey, and I wasn't a boss when we got the house. The house came
right.
before the promotion. So I just want to put that out there. Hey, the house came before the promotion. I do want to put that out there. So, hey,
man.
God
on that
can do
note,
it.
man, let's hold up and wait.
Hold up.
All right, I got a song by a new artist I found today.
I've been meaning to tell you, man, because I've been hearing things, yo.
I'll tell y'all when I see it, because I didn't notice
Caleb.
Colby Savage.
Death or jail, man.
Colby Savage.
Yo,
It's called Give Me Peace. Y'all
Featuring
check it out.
P.A. Cheeks.
but
P.A.
I can
Cheeks.
advise
Yeah.
you that the best
Don't ask
route
too
is
many
God,
questions
man.
about it.
I gave my life
I
to God,
won't.
changed my whole situation. If you give your life to God, He change everything for you. Love you, bro.
Tweet that out, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So forget.
You gave me peace, now I'm back on my feet. Feeling way better than when I was on these streets. Think I can do better. You help me think I can do better. I know I'm getting better. You gave me peace, now I'm back on my feet. Feeling way better than when I was on these streets. Think I can do better. You help me think I can do better. I know I'm getting better.
Spoken from my soul. Ain't no joking with my goals. Listen, it's start provoking what I wrote. Decisions, jump in the water or stay on the boat. Wisdom, if you ain't got it, go and get it, bro. I went and got it, my knowledge turned into profit slow. And listen, slow money, that's better than none. That's better than being buried by one of your day ones or singing that jail song like GC and they come locked up and they won't let you out. Remember, every kid deserves a man in the house with all get some understanding. We all want success without proper planning. Without the large touch, bro, I couldn't manage. I couldn't see the light for all of the damage. So I surrender all to Christ like her, you can have it. It's you who gave me peace, yeah, you blessed the savage. For
You
real.
gave me peace, now I'm back on my feet. Feeling way better than when I was on these streets. Think I can do better.
I think I can do
You
better.
help me think I can do better. I know I'm getting better. You gave me peace, now I'm back on my feet. Feeling way better than when I was on these streets. Think I can do better.
I think I can do better.
You help me think I can do better.
I know I
getting
can do better. Silly me searching for love in the wrong places. Can't trust the soul cause like clothes, people change faces. Yeah, go get a shovel, these is buried treasures. You judging me but not yourself by the same measures. No cap, I was bitter, I became better. Now you see his PPO and the caps and the sweaters. No more selling bows, bro, I'm selling clothes. He sent me through the fire, brought me out as gold. Listen,
That North
the
Face
flow
fresh
fire
with
like
love,
inside
boy.
the stove. This the truth, I'm no liar, no Pinocchio. By design was at the bottom of the totem pole. No longer blind eyes open like a corner stove. And to the hope to show the best shit to come.
He light skinned,
Father,
he
don't
good.
forget the streets, don't reject the slums. I'm
Light skinned,
blessed,
Cassidy
the name
do it.
on every
They be out there in the
song.
snow with no
He
jacket.
helped me think I could do better than I
You
never
gave me
done.
peace, now I'm back on my feet.
Nah, you know how you be out for your first video, bro. There you go.
Think I can do better.
It's gonna sound good, though. That boy suffered for that shot, though.
Yeah, he did.
Back on my feet. Feeling way better than when I was on
My
these
man was the
streets.
North Face, and he was pressed, but he didn't take his off.
You help me think I can do better.
Yeah, take the boy out there. dope song though.
Yeah. Salute to them.
Yeah,
Salute
Colby
to them.
featuring PA Cheeks.
All right, it's time for the CHA segment. Salute to Kobe Savage. That was a nice song. Give me peace. For the CHA segment / music segment, the question for today: has streaming crushed independent artists' ability to make decent money off music? Once again, has streaming? Hello, wifey. Hello,
What up,
wifey.
sis? What up, sis?
Has streaming crushed independent artists' ability to make decent money off music? Rob.
From the standpoint of sales, yes. Because if you're not doing any shows, streaming, like you can have a gang of streams and the money just don't equate, bro. But like it's nothing like, you know, shout outs to C-Micah. Like when I first met him, I did a couple of shows and I didn't have no merch. And my man say, hey, one word, what is you doing? Next time we do a show and you ain't got no CDs pressed up, I'm gonna smack the back of your peanuts. Basically, like just hit me in the back of my head, like wake up, because that's where you get your money from. So I feel like if you're not doing shows, streaming really gassing these guys up, man, because it's not equating the money, man. You got that breakdown at NEC? You got some numbers for these folks?
I got some numbers up here. So now this was 2 years ago, but I'm sure it hasn't changed as much. This is from 2019 to 2020. This is average artist payout for 1,000 streams by platform. So Napster, you know, I don't even know if Napster's still rolling, but Napster, it was paying $9. That's probably why they ain't rolling no more. Now, salute to Tidal.
Hey, I'm on Tidal. Shout out.
Hey,
I'm on
Tidal.
Tidal.
Black owned.
I'm on all these things. Yeah, they pay good. $8.76 for 1,000 streams. So you gotta
get streamed 1,000 times to get $8 with them. With Apple, 1,000 times to get $6.75 or basically $7. 1,000 times to get $5.62 from Deezer. 1,000 times to get $4 from Amazon. 1,000 times Spotify, the biggest streaming company. Everybody listen to Spotify. Getting $3 for 1,000 streams. Pandora, $2 for 1,000 streams. And YouTube, $1.54 for 1,000 streams. Brother.
Yeah, bro.
Let me see what the people saying right quick. My man Marquis said, at first I thought it was bad, but now I know it helps, especially getting on playlists. And then Hagen say NBA YoungBoy got paid off streams and YouTube views. I think he the exception though. Yes. So, but think about this. I'm not a good mathematician, right? So that was 1,000. I don't know if you wrapped that up to $1 million, but I think $1 million would be around $3,000 for like the highest one, or $800,000 for 1 million streams, right? Listen, average that by, if you've been an independent artist, I've been an independent artist the whole time I've been an artist. I never been signed for real. I was signed to a label, but we was all independent, so they don't even count. In my opinion, they had no control. I just did what I had to do. My thing is, I'll tell you in a minute, Marquise. But my thing is this: if you're an independent artist, I don't care what they tell you, get you merch. Get you merch. Y'all want to know why almost every show we have a Not the Same podcast thing on? Because maybe somebody watching the show may look at it and be like, I'd like to get me one. And then that'll be some money. Ain't no percentages off that because it's off our website. My brother, wife, does that. So we're taking the cost upon ourselves. That's a business model for us, right? So if I was independent, I am an independent artist, but as an independent artist, I would really, really, really invest to my own merch. And I am about this. I know a lot of people ain't about this nowadays, especially younger artists. I am about doing live shows, right? And when I get one, I'm going to go do it. Because the best place to sell merch is at a live show. If somebody's seen you and they like, yo, that brother is good. I really like his music. I want to support him. A lot of people buy your CD and ain't got a CD player in their car.
You sound like the end of the show.
You know, a lot of people go buy your CD and ain't even got a CD player in their car. You know what I mean? But they just want to support you. They want to support you. They want to support what you're doing. So, my opinion, you know, streaming is absolutely great for getting the word out, so to speak, if you're getting enough numbers and if you know how to work it. You know what I mean? But if you don't, I think sometimes the numbers be lying on folks too. But anyway, let me go back and say what some of the people say before I let you go, Rob.
No, you straight.
Yeah, my boy Marquis said, what do you listen to music with? I listen most of the time on YouTube Music and Spotify, my two main ones.
Yeah.
More accessible with streams. He thinks it's
True.
He says it's more accessible with streams.
It is.
D said she got her cert. Yes, she did. She got.
Yes, you did. Even the custom.
My homie Miss Max said, from my side, my favorite group is Mint Condition and Stokely. No matter what,
Lead
even
single,
now, I go by the CD before I stream anything or before I hear their song. Yep, I hear you yet. And Marquis said you can sell your merch on Spotify too. I hear you. So that's my opinion. Go ahead, Rob.
With you as far as streaming services, Spotify, and then depending on Spotify don't always have every song. So I'm actually, believe it or not, even though I got an Android, I have Spotify and Apple Music as well as YouTube. So that's what I stream on. But when you see these guys and y'all think that they living it off, everybody ain't pulling Drake numbers with Spotify send them because he broke the Spotify, chart. I mean, put that back up for me for a minute, bro.
Got you.
Because I want every independent artist to see this. So you see, whenever you go to Spotify, if you're an artist, when we go up, or even if you're not, it shows you how many plays that you have for your top song. I know we had STL on last week, and I think his top song had 14,000 streams. You dig what I'm saying? My man got what? $60 off of that. My math I know is way off, but if you go Spotify have 14,000. He got $3 for each one. So that it's not adding up to any type of money if you're not millions and millions of streams. You dig what I'm saying? So shout out to Tidal, by the way, because it is Black owned and they do pay you, and both C and I are on Tidal. So shout out to them for making that way. But not everybody has a Tidal subscription, and not everybody listening to CDs anymore. Because most CDs, if you know, most cars don't even have CD players in it anymore. Nicky car don't have a CD player in it. Mine does, but I don't even listen to CDs. I stream everything. So you got to think about it from that standpoint, man. So it's hard for an independent artist unless you get on the playlist, like my man said. You know what I mean? If you get on the playlist, then you straight. Because I know Flexing got on the playlist, and that's the top song because it got on a bunch of non-Christian workout playlists. You know, so.
Hey, you can say a lot of these younger artists want to follow YoungBoy, though. They want to be YouTube sensations, but again, everybody can't do what YoungBoy do. Right.
Even before YoungBoy, think about what's my man? What's that boy name?
Soulja Boy.
Yeah, he was YouTube sensation. He started that.
Glenn say didn't realize Napster was still around. Good old day. Hey, it was good old day. Hagen said, I know a lot of artists with hundreds of YouTube videos, but no songs on Spotify, Pandora, and etc. Yeah. So I'm not saying the streaming way don't work, right? I always want to give the example of an artist that may not be the most popular, because I can just say myself. But I've found ways to make money off music without being the sensation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I want to talk to, because everybody ain't gonna be the sensation. No matter how dope, even there's a lot of dope people that people just don't stream. Sometimes it just ain't like that. You know what I mean? So what do you do as an artist? Because I feel like if you're going and paying for studio time, especially if you married, if you going, taking money from your house, paying for studio time, you want to make something off that. Something. I'm not saying you want to live, I'm not saying you're going to live and keep your lights on. Some people will. Hey, praise God for those that has that ability to keep the lights on. But I want to make something off this thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, I think it's tough. And as artists, you depending on where you buy your beats from, it'll give you a time, like how much money you spent over the years on money if you're constantly buying your beats from a particular website. I can't even think of the name of the website. I'm not going to even pub it right now, but I buy my beats from a particular website, and I'm not talking about SoundClick. It's the other one that everybody put their stuff on, but it's shown me the money that I've spent over the years. Or I look at all the money that I spent on videos, and the bottom line is, as a independent artist, not having the promotion behind it, I don't have a promotional budget. I share it on here, share it on a couple of things. I don't know, algorithms all like that. And then people try to bust your head. And if you pay for views, guess what? This is what I want to tell you for anybody who thinking if I pay for a view, it's going to help me. It don't. What's going on, bro? Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, no, it like paying for your views and getting, it don't equate to bucks. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Fortunately for C and I, we both enjoy doing music because we do treat our music like ministry from that standpoint. You dig what I'm saying? Because we know that we're making music where we actually still say the word Jesus, the name Jesus. We still talk about scriptures in our verses. So, and I'm not knocking the guys that don't. I'm just talking about what a ministry at for C and I. So in enjoying making music, I don't count it as an L because I look at it as ministry compared to some of these folks who just taking out their kids' mouths, their wives' mouths, their own mouths. You know what I'm saying? And their highest level of streams is 3,000.
Right. Glenn Murray asked earlier, do independent rappers have regular jobs? Do most have regular jobs? My wifey answered, absolutely yes. Well, most of them that she know and I know, but there's some people that's trying to do it without no job. You know, it's I would think that would be a hard life. He said that's the website. Marquis says streaming by itself won't work. Got to have another hustle. I fully agree with that.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
I will say this. Now, there is the playlist thing is the key, I believe, through a lot of streaming. If you get with the right playlist.
True indeed.
And then people get to knowing of you or whatever. Because there's a lot of artists, in my opinion, I'm not going to say they're just not that good. They got thousands of streams. And they may not have bought them. You know what I'm saying? You got to, I've heard somebody say, you have to find your niche, right? The people that like you, your super friends, so to speak, the super fans that like you and like your style and what you put out. And what you put out may not be on every popular Christian playlist.
Platform,
what you put out may be better on a secular playlist. Just never know, you know, because your sound may not be so conducive to the Christian market, or it's not sounding like everybody else that they think it should sound. So you never know. Imagine this having 200 songs and all doing 1,000 streams a month. Imagine this though. Yeah, that would be nice. But Mark, brother,
my
Mr.
bad.
Davis, you need to mute yourself.
Yeah.
That boy ripping off a leg. Lord have mercy. Anyway, my wife said I have no respect.
It to be that loud, brother.
He didn't know. I was like, what is happening? I know ain't nobody here. Anyway, wifey said I have no respect for folks with no jobs and their family struggling. Yes. What my boy Marquis said. Imagine this though, having 200 songs and all of them doing 1,000 streams a month. I think that would be great. I would say for myself, I don't have time to do 200 songs. But the point he's making, I think, is good. And I think if you have a lot of songs, I think you have more opportunities to be playlisted. And also, I think if you have a lot of songs, you have a lot of different varieties that people get. Because I know with a lot of people these days, singles, because, you know, it's working. For me personally, you know, I haven't got there yet. I'll get there one day. You know, I'm going to drop one soon. But, you know, go ahead, brother.
I'm holding you to that drop one soon. We heard it here on Not the Same Podcast. Episode 98 that C-Micah will be dropping very soon. My
boy Little Thief says time is essential. Exactly, brother. Exactly. I know everybody is not in our position, but like wifey say, because you got a job. Exactly. I do have a job. And it's but it's not the excuse forever. If I could turn this camera around, I am sitting in a full studio. So it's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Having a job there's another mic right here next to me, you know, that I can stand up and record on. So it's not an excuse. You have to make time. You got to budget your time and go on and get it out. And that's what I would try to do. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
As far as the indie artists is saying, you know, but with the streams or whatever, getting on playlists is cool, but you got to make sure you get on the right playlist. Don't pay somebody to get on the playlist and it's a playlist full of bots. You know what I mean? Like there's so many schemes because so many people are so hungry to be, I'm just trying to get on. Or as Hagens has said, everybody trying to be the next young boy or everybody trying to be the next this and that. Let me tell you something. C said something that was very crucial to any artist that is listening. Find your niche, find your audience who's going to celebrate with you, and then grow from there. Because if you tend to those audiences, guess what? Those audiences have friends, and most people who have friends have the same type of interests.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. So that friend tell that friend, and that's how you become. That's how you grow. But this is the other thing: you got to have a team. You cannot do it by yourself. I ain't trying to be deep, but when the disciples went out, they went out 2 by 2. Me and C is on this show together. We have a team, and we still need more of a team to get some of the stuff that we need done, because yes, we do have jobs in everyday life. When I first came into rapping 10 years ago, it was a bunch of one words who didn't have jobs. I almost said it.
Hey, bro, I almost had to do you like this. I almost had to do my brother like that. The sense of my brother. Go ahead, boy.
It almost came out. A bunch of them, they can have jobs.
Jesus.
We're not in that time right now, and you can't do it. And I know some people will be like, yeah, but what about your dream and you following your dream?
Yeah.
This is what I will tell you, man, because this is the Faith and Music Show. If God is giving you the vision, he will provide. And that doesn't mean that you will go on struggling because you said God said. Come on, man. Don't we go back to the Bible study on Tuesday. You will see what I'm talking about. But as far as the music goes, as far as what he say,
he be killing me with that one word.
Hey, it is what it is. What I will say is, for the independent artists, get you a team, man. Now that you're on here, this is the one thing I will tell you about Mark. You know what I'm saying? Merv and yourself. Y'all team, bro, is inspiring. Y'all brothers go, y'all travel. Hey, that brother Thee, while me and my cousin was on a flight to Vegas, Thee and Merv drove to Vegas to get that gospel out there. You dig what I'm saying? But it was a team. They went by 2. They went out there, and I'm watching how them brothers moving, so I'm giving them their flowers because he on here.
Yeah.
Look, they're not acting like one words. They're acting like men of God who's trying to get this gospel out there, but they love their craft, and I can salute that.
Miss Mac said, but also follow your dream with common sense. Absolutely.
Amen.
Listen, man, I had a point in my life. I share this on here. So, there's the biggest Christian hip hop rapper is Lecrae. There was a point I had an actual relationship with him. I was very young at this time, right? And in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm getting to know dude. He invited me to the studio. I never went, right? And I'm thinking, do I want to really dive all the way in? Because I knew what that meant. If I go to this studio with this guy, now this is a long time ago. He didn't stay in Atlanta. He didn't have all the awards, but I knew this man was going to be that guy. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was obvious. You could see it on him. And whether nobody believe it or not, there's anointing on that man's life. That's why he's where he's at. Now, is he did everything right? We don't know. But look, at the end of the day, there's anointing on that guy's life. Only but God can take somebody that far. You dig what I'm saying? Saying Jesus music, right?
Right.
And he invited me to at his studio. Now, before that, a couple of years, I had decided that I was going to go all in, and I messed up some money in my house, right? And it caused trouble, like we said yesterday.
Trouble.
And coming off of that, I had the same guy. Now, my wife always support me. She'd be like, baby, go or whatever. But ever since I had that trouble, and you know that, trouble, I have always been like, let me be careful. Because the main thing is this. This is my left hand. This is the main thing. Ain't no music. Ain't no music career. Ain't no work career. Is bigger than this main thing. And I always got to keep the main thing. So as much as I got dreams and I want to be this, I want to be all that, I can't go above the main thing. Now, above her is God. That's the main thing. But then after that is this. So as an artist, man, it's like I don't want to get so wrapped up in it. And that's one of my problems personally. That's why it's so hard for me to put out music, because my brother to the right of me or to the left of me, however you see on the screen, is always saying, brother, get it out. Actually, my wife is always saying, get it out. And I'm always, because I had that one trouble moment, messing up some money, it's like I'm always hesitant because I never want to go too far. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not making an excuse, but that's the background of why I always be like, let me hold up. Because at the end of the day, man, look, I love my dreams and all that, but brother, we is well-seasoned, grown man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be famous rapping. So, you know, I need to make time for that without taking time from this. That's what's important, bro. That's what's the most important in my mind. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, salute. You knew I was gonna mess with you, bro. That brother put it all out on the cup,
here we
bro.
go. Put the sad music on.
Right. On this day, Thursday, 3/24/22, my man C-Micah gave a nice testimonial of why it is that he will not pursue his dream over, first and foremost, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and second, his wife.
Yes.
If you too would like to support the Not the Same podcast and what we stand for,
There we go.
Hey, all jokes aside though, man. No, I understand that because we can get to these things and we get so wrapped up in it. The one thing that C and I prayed for, as a matter of fact, I prayed before we came on here, and the biggest thing that I said was, Lord, help C and I never to be arrogant. Right. Help us never to be envious. Allow us to remain humble, and more than anything, be led by your spirit so that we can hear your voice on which way we need to be moving, because only thing we've ever heard is the presentation is right. Brother, y'all fought, and I'm not talking about people we know. I'm talking about total strangers coming saying, hey, look, we love what y'all doing. Mm-hmm. It is very easy to be like, man, we should be nominated for this. We should be doing this. Man, we don't want none of that. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't hurting. Our pockets ain't hurting. And what I mean by that, it's not a bragatory statement. What I'm saying is we're not using this because we was trying to get famous. We started this in the height of COVID.
Yep.
Go back to episode 1. In the height of COVID, in the living room and then in the kitchen.
Yep.
Just talking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And now we've gotten to this point, and I praise God for it, and we'll continue to move forward. If he see fit for it to blast off and y'all see us on networks and hear us here, there, so be it, man. But we want to make sure that we do what we're supposed to do, man. And I understand where C coming from without the arrogance. So, yeah, I that touching moment, though, brother. Like, if we was at the church, and we was shiesty, that collection plate was going out, my guy.
Yeah, it's time for the offering right then and there. Get him. Drum up, pull the heartstrings for a good offering. Nah, man, we ain't like that. We don't do that. Man, so on that note, we're going to hold up and wait. But, yes, I will actually have music coming out in singles, plural. And, hey, me and Rob going to do this challenge, too, though. We both going to do that. I recorded that joint, so it's coming soon.
Did you? Oh, yeah. Hey, once bronchitis leave, bro, I'm gonna record it, but I can't get past the second verse without.
That boy be wheezing. All right, man.
I'll be like King Jesus, revive me.
Let's get into this last video, and we'll get up out of here, man.
Hold up. Hey.
All right, we got this song called "Elevate" by artist named Caleb Gordon.
The only way is up, we gon' elevate you. The only way is up, we gon' elevate you. The only way is up, let them elevate you. Yeah. Hey, the only way is up, we gon' elevate you. The only way is up, let them elevate you. Let them elevate you. Yeah. Just cause something make you happy don't mean they gon' smile. Don't let that bring you down. Don't let it kill the vibe. We not the same, the folks I rock with on a different time. Hey, so watch without a rollie, we gon' diamond shine. Holy Spirit God, can't have a double mind. I'm sorry I can't jam or watch if it don't edify. I'm screaming Yahweh to the death of me, I let it fly. Even though we never die, devil try to tell the lie.
What my man
like,
why even try? Y'all gonna like this video.
No, I ain't perfect, but I'm made perfect in heaven's eyes. Been forgiven, but I know change won't happen overnight. That's why the spirit hit the gym is doing overtime. Feed it till it's oversized. Trust me, it ain't easy, but the yoke is light. 66 keys, open sesame, abundant life. It's rules to the game, you gotta play it right. You get out what you put in, so I'm up late at night. Yeah. The only way is up, we gon' elevate you. The only way is up, let them elevate you. The only way is up, we gon' elevate you. Let them elevate you. Yeah. Hey, while they sleep, I'm making hits. Cooking up just like some grits. But that heat, you need a mitt. Run it back more than twice. Keep that wisdom on display. Tell the homies count that cost, think of that risk before you lay. Before you put your Tostito in that dip, step back and think, is she really worth the chip? Cause once your lip get a taste, it's gonna be hard to get away. Look, it's gonna be hard to get away. Practicing abstinence, had to step back like I played for Houston. Got revelation, now my thoughts on track like Tony Stewart. Yahweh got my mind aligned, now my thoughts is on a skewer. Every day I'm feeling new, friends getting fewer. Cause I'm starting to learn the difference between close friends and acquaintances. Look, hey, not everyone you let inside. Had 12, but in that garden only 3 was by his side. Still one of them denied. Judas was switching sides, he still showed compassion. He knew it would happen. People gon' do me wrong, but can't let that affect my actions. Cause God can flip a bad situation just like gymnastics. I'ma let him have it. I'ma let him. Look, only way is up, we gon' elevate you. The only way is up, let him elevate you. The only way is up, let him elevate you. Let him elevate you. Yeah.
Salute to Caleb Jordan. That's very nice, man.
Yeah, man.
Very nice. Dope. All right.
Listen.
As we zoom
I know the story of C. Yeah. I need y'all to listen to me. I know the story of C-Micah has passed, but if you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast, how can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? You can hit us up on the Not the Same Podcast.
Yes, sir.
.com/supporter. You can go to our Cash App, # Not the Same Podcast. Hit that like, subscribe, notification button. There it go right there. Make sure y'all share this, man. I know I've been joking a lot the last couple of weeks about being in all these Facebook groups, but please share it into the Facebook groups when we go live so somebody else can come in and they can fellowship with us, man, and see what it is we're trying to do. And that is the way that you can support C and myself. And we greatly appreciate y'all tuning in every week, man, for real, especially when we have these 3-show weeks like we did this week.
Also, hey, we're on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. If you watched us on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Know what I mean? Yeah. Tell your people about it. You know, we trying to build this thing organically. We said this a bunch of times. We are not buying likes. We're not buying subscribers. We're going to do it organically, which means our numbers are kind of crawling a little bit, but it's all good because we looking for the Lord for the increase. You know what I mean? That's how we trying to do this. But with that being said, go ahead, bro.
Hold on. Go ahead and show everybody who else be sharing this so they can get motivated, because we didn't do that earlier. These are the folks who sharing the show on their networks and they outlets. So why not put it in the group?
Brother. I ain't got.
Okay, well, I tell you what, we got MTMV Sports who rebroadcast the Not the Same Podcast, Parable Radio. We also have His Hop Radio. Shout out to His Hop Radio Nation, man. Sam His Hop Stewart. They are stellar nominated. So if y'all out there, go ahead and go vote for His Hop Radio, who also rebroadcast the sports and the main show of Not the Same Podcast.
Yep.
RYC Praise, Orlando Page. Shout out to them on rebroadcasting the Not the Same Podcast, man. So all of the support, that's the way they're supporting us. You can support as well.
Yep. With that being said, I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We're going to see y'all next week on Wednesday with the sports show.
Wednesday.
We out.
Yeah, man. A lot to talk
about our Father's business. Crime mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode. About our Father's business.